Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Shermaine, aka Terramageddon, coming at y'all with some Titanfall today. Got some Last Titan standing on War Games, and in this video I'm going to talk about my X Games experience, which is something that is long overdue, pretty much about a month overdue, because about the same time last month is when the X Games happened, I do believe, and I wanted to make a video like immediately afterwards to talk about it, but I just never got around to it, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do today. I know it's been a couple of days, if not like a week or something like that, since my last video. That's been, happening twice in a row. That's not going to become commonplace or anything. Just a bunch of shit's been happening. Like I said in the previous video, or two videos, I can't quite remember. Nothing bad, like I've said before as well. But it's just a bunch of stuff, just a bunch of stuff, real life stuff. I guess catching up for a minute. And it kind of makes my mind go blank in terms of like gaming and shit like that, and I can't find a whole lot to talk about right now. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research, find some topics and stuff like that. But no longer discussing that, let's go ahead and talk about my X Games experience. So that's the second year in a row that my cousin Jamal and I went to the X Games, and it's such a it's such a worthwhile investment. Typically, like a one-day pass is around like $50 or something like that, just to go for one day, and you get access to all the events and all the music, all the concerts that are gonna be there. But if you go for all 3 days, it's like $100, or like no less than 100 and no more than 120 or something like that. I can't quite remember, but it's like, damn, 3 days for that cheap in comparison to buying a ticket every single day. That's $150 right there. Whereas you buy all three, and you save yourself some money. So it was a fucking blast. We went on the Friday, or actually Thursday was the first day, and that was an event downtown that's free to the entire public. And I mean, it was just as cool as the same one last year. It was a little bit different. This one was like a motocross one, but it was neat that it was free. There was cameras everywhere. There was all kinds of people, as well as there was all kinds of people in the actual the place that or the Circuit of America is where it took place at, I should say. Reword my sentence there. And it was nice to see all kinds of cats, like people my age, families, little kids running around, smiling, oohs and ahs and stuff like that. Like that's always so cool to see all kinds of different people out there just enjoying themselves. You know what I mean? No one's acting a fool, no one's being stupid. Everyone's just being chill and relaxed. And I went with my my little cousin and another friend of mine, Ryan, and that was the event that was free to the public. So it was real chill. We had a good view, and we were just talking all night, and we all had a good time. And then when we went to the actual days where you had to pay and shit like that was tight. My cousin and I had planned it all out, because the year before I had to fucking work on one of the days, and that really sucked, because that basically took me out of the entire day. I mean, I had to wake up at 5, be at work by 6 in the morning, probably work till like 6 at night, something like that. So that was my whole day, and I'm like, man, I don't feel like fucking driving out all the way to the Circuit of Americas and then just being there for like 2 hours and then coming home, going to sleep, and waking up, and oh man, it was pretty terrible. So last year it sucked, because we didn't get to do a whole lot. But this year, man, we had this bitch planned all out. We had our schedule, we prioritized all the events, and it was a lot of fun just going. And we had great seats almost in every single event, which was surprising, because last year, oh man, like we were so late to the game on so many events, and we had like nosebleed seats that you might as well watch it on a fucking big screen TV. But we had some awesome seats for all the events. And it was a blast. Overall it was a blast. The music was good. Nicki Minaj performed. We didn't go see that because we really didn't give a shit. But Metallica performed on the last day, I do believe. It was the last day, and actually, no, that was the second last day, because there was no concerts on the last day. It was the second last day, and man, that's one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite musical groups of all time, the top 3, no doubt. And I've grown up listening to all their songs, and then finally to get to see them in person, oh, it was awesome. It was scratch it off the bucket list. It was a shitload of fun, and overall it was a great experience yet again. And if they're coming back for another year, then definitely deposit my money early and get me a wristband, because I'm going to be going again. And you know, I'm not gonna turn in, you know, switch over this commentary to a fucking you know, an OG, something you've heard all the time from an older person. Spend money on this type of stuff, not this type of stuff. But yeah, you know, it's smart to spend money on experiences rather than, you know, materialistic type of things. Would you rather spend $100 on a pair of shoes, or $100 going to see some badass shit at the X Games for 3 straight days with your buddies or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff always hits home to me, just because that's kind of the essence of my soul, of my being. I'm not someone who goes out and spends a lot of money on a bunch of shit that's ridiculous in some people's eyes. Whereas, like, in my eyes, if you spend $100 on a fucking t-shirt, to me that's stupid. But somebody else, that may be like, you know, that may be their thing or whatever. But, you know, that's them. But yeah, you guys, if something like that ever comes up in your city, I would definitely recommend giving it at least a couple of thoughts of going. Or, you know, go out and look up some events that might be around that kind of pique your interest. Maybe there's an art gallery you could walk through, and you're not very good at art. Maybe you just suck ass at drawing, like me. I'm not very good. I draw one hell of a stick figure, though, I'll tell you that. No homo. But say there's an art gallery and you're like, oh, that sounds interesting, neat, man. Just go, you know. Hell, just why not, you know? Why not? Maybe it'll pique your interest, and you'll have a good time with some people, some of your friends that'll go with you, and it'll be just, you know, just be chill. Like, go see a play, like a legit play, not like a movie, but like a play. You know, but in conclusion, my X Games experience was fucking awesome. It was 10 times better than last year because of multiple circumstances that were out of my cousins and my hand as well. And we got to see a shitload of events. The motocross ones were especially fun. And we got to see Metallica. That was awesome. And I would recommend giving some events that are around you, researching those, doing a little information digging about them, and just go check them out. You know, why not? Something might turn out to be a pleasurable experience that you might not have thought about. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Shermaine, and I'm out. Peace. Have a good day.